Jacklyn Harold Lucas. During a close firefight in two trenches between Lucas and 3 Marines with 11 Japanese soldiers, Lucas saved the lives of the other 3 Marines from 2 enemy hand grenades that were thrown into their trench by unhesitatingly placing himself on one grenade while in the next instant pulling the other grenade under him. The grenade he covered with his body exploded and wounded him severely. The other grenade failed to explode. One grenade exploded, tossing Lucas onto his back and severely wounding him in the right arm, wrist, right leg, thigh, and chest. He was still conscious, but barely alive after the blast, holding in his left hand the other grenade, which did not explode. The 3 Marines left, believing Lucas was dead. He eventually underwent 21 surgeries. For the rest of his life, there remained about 200 pieces of metal, some the size of .22 caliber bullets, in his body, which frequently set off airport metal detectors. He joined the United States Army in 1961 and served in the 82nd Airborne Division as a paratrooper to conquer his fear of heights. He reportedly survived a training jump in which both of his parachutes malfunctioned. Died at age 80. Some guys are just built different. Yeah, well, one time I caught my dick in the car door and you don't see me getting no medals for it. You slammed your penis in the car door? Did you not? Stud Marine goes above and beyond, only to be literally left for dead. Joins the Army with an airborne contract instead of re-enlisting. Many such cases. It only makes sense for every 100,000 who died easily if one survives and tell his story and you read it. Naturally, it seems fantastical when it's just statistics, like it's just a coincidence that all the shrapnel hit non-vital components. The full citation is worth a read. World War II Medal of Honor recipient PFC Lucas received the Medal of Honor from President Truman, becoming the youngest Marine to receive the award since the Civil War. At age 14 and just after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, Lucas was determined to enlist in the Marines. Forging his mother's signature, he was sent for training at Parris Island, South Carolina. Because of his military school background, he was ordered stateside to train new recruits, while his fellow Marines were headed to Hawaii for combat. Risking being listed as AWOL, he managed to hide away, convincing his superiors that he was there because of a clerical error. 5 days after he turned 17, he landed in Iwo Jima, where 5,000 men were lost on the first day of combat. The following day, his unit destroyed a Japanese pillbox before they took cover in a trench where they were discovered by Japanese soldiers. Firing upon each other, Lucas's gun suddenly became jammed. While trying to get it to work, 2 grenades landed near him and 2 other Marines. Covering them with his body, he was severely wounded when 1 grenade went off. He was discharged in September 1945 and endured 22 surgeries and many hospitalizations. The citation reads, "For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty while serving with the 1st Battalion, 26th Marines, 5th Marine Division, during action against the enemy Japanese forces on Iwo Jima, Volcano Islands, 20 February 1945. While creeping through a treacherous, twisting ravine which ran in close proximity to a fluid and uncertain front line on D+1 day, Private First Class Lucas and 3 other men were suddenly ambushed by a hostile patrol which savagely attacked with rifle fire and grenades. Quick to act when the lives of the small group were endangered by 2 grenades which landed directly in front of them, Private First Class Lucas unhesitatingly hurled himself over his comrades upon 1 grenade and pulled the other one under him, absorbing the whole blast force of the explosion in his own body in order to shield his companions from the concussion and murderous flying fragments. By his inspiring actions and valiant spirit of self-sacrifice, he not only protected his comrades from certain injury or possible death, but also enabled them to rout the Japanese patrol and continue the advance. His exceptional courageous initiative and loyalty reflect the highest credit upon Private First Class Lucas and the United States Naval Service. On 7 October 2023, the U.S. Navy added its newest Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer to the fleet, the USS Jack H. Lucas. Ruby Lucas, widow of the ship's namesake, was on hand. It's also the first ship named for Jacklyn H. Lucas, who at age 17 became the Marine Corps' youngest Medal of Honor recipient and the youngest recipient of World War II.
Disappear like a gambler's peak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.